So, some of you may have noticed that I made a couple of videos on the AK-47 last week, and I was like, this gun's pretty good. It's not one of the best weapons in the game, but it's still pretty good. And then they went and buffed the bullet velocity, and now I think it's the best gun in the game. Anyway, today we are talking about the best AK-47 class in Cold War right now. Basically, with the most recent balance patch, they have buffed the bullet velocity on this thing for some reason. I don't know why they did that, but it makes this gun very, very powerful. There's a couple of different options that you can go with in the barrel slot that make this weapon very, very strong, but for the most part, you're getting a decent amount of bullet velocity, and depending on which barrel you go with, you can either take 70 meters of damage range or about 1300 meters of bullet velocity, which is absolutely ridiculous. So just before we do get into this AK-47 class setup here, make sure you do hit that subscribe button with those notifications turned on. We are looking for 5,000 subscribers very soon and 10,000 by the end of the year, so if you could help me achieve that goal, that would be absolutely massive. So, let's talk about the AK-47 after the most recent buff here. So, as usual with these class setups, we are going to have the timestamps on the loading bar and of course in the description, so if you are looking for the AK-47's attachments, make sure you just do skip to that section. But we as usual start off with our secondary here, which is still the dual-wield Diamati. Somebody did recommend this class setup to me the other day with these pistols, and that is as follows. The attachments start off with the infantry compensator, keeping that recoil control nice and down, meaning we can hit those shots a lot more easily. You can still run the sound suppressor though if you do prefer that. The barrel, of course, the task force option for damage range and bullet velocity. 5mm laser for that hipfire accuracy of 35%. The magazine, the largest one for the most amount of bullets to fire. And then the stock, we want the dual wield option, so we have two of these very powerful pistols. This is your shotgun up close. In the tactical slot, we are going with the stim shot here because this is a very, very powerful option to continue those longer streaks. But you can take a stun, a flash, whatever you prefer. Similar to the lethal slot here, you can take the Semtex, but you can pretty much choose whatever you prefer in this slot. Again, this is one that is up to you. These are all fantastic options in this game right now. In the field upgrade slot, we are taking the jammer here to deny that enemy information on the minimap, which is very, very important in certain situations in Cold War right now. But again, this is an option that you can choose for whatever you do prefer here. In the wildcard slot, we do not need 8 attachments on the AK-47, and that is what makes it one of the best weapons in the game. So we can get away with having 6 perks with perk greed here. And those perks are going to be as follows, with flak jacket and forward intel for the explosive resistance, and of course the larger minimap and enemy respawn location. We also want tracker or assassin, depending on how you do want to play, whether you want those enemy footprints or of course the extra score on people we do kill and they are marked, as well as scavenger being a very important one for getting those longer gun streaks going. And then you want ninja and ghost to stay silent on the minimap, as well as move around very quietly. So don't ask me why they buffed the AK-47, because this is definitely one of the best guns in the game now, and I don't know what they were thinking when they did this. They were just like, well, let's buff the bullet velocities across the board, including this for some, I don't know. Anyway, our attachments are going to start off with the sound suppressor here. This is a fairly important attachment option, but it can be a little messy depending on which barrel you do use. But with the barrel that we've chosen here, which is the VDV reinforced barrel, we'll talk about that more in a second. The sound suppressor really does allow us to move around the map quite stealthily. And as I was saying, in the barrel, we are actually going with the VDV reinforced barrel still for a 100% increase to our effective damage range, as well as 40% to our bullet velocity. This does take our damage range to 70 meters, which is absolutely ridiculous, and we get a nice bullet velocity of 877 meters per second now, which is a really, really large boost here. Another option that you can go with in this slot is, of course, the Liberator barrel. This will cause you to have to play at slightly closer range. It does take our damage range down to about 33, 34 meters or so, which is a little unfortunate. You're not getting those super long range kills. But if you are playing on those smaller maps, those close quarters engagements can be really, really strong with the Liberator, because we do get a bullet velocity with this barrel of 1298 meters per second, meaning we are absolutely insanely good in the hit detection department with this. So if you do like to play more close quarters, you can take the Liberator barrel, but if you are after a more general style of weapon, take the VDV reinforced barrel for that effective damage range is absolutely insane. But again, keep in mind the Liberator barrel here, that's good too. In the underbarrel slot, we are still going with the Spetsnaz speed grip for a sprinting movement speed increase of 5%, meaning we can get to those head glitch positions very, very quickly. And of course, the horizontal recoil control increase of 15%. In the handle slot, we're going for the Serpent Wrap here for a 25% increase to that aim down sights time. This is a very nice attachment for getting those sights up nice and quickly while not reducing our shooting movement speed and our sprint to fire speed by as much as the GRU Elastic Wrap here. Then lastly, to round out this class setup, you want the KGB Skeletal Stock for the sprint to fire time and aim walking movement speed increases. If you feel like you need a little bit more ammo here, or you're playing on like a 12v12 playlist, you can probably drop the KGB Skeletal Stock and take a fast mag. One of these magazines is going to be a good option as well, depending on which game mode you're actually playing in. So just keep in mind the barrels. These barrels are very, very good on the AK-47 now, especially the VDV reinforced barrel, as well as the Liberator for that massive increase to our bullet velocity. This choice is going to be up to you and sort of depends on how you do want to play the game. Close range, go with the Liberator, and of course for longer distances, VDV reinforced is still the option. So as usual, we're going to jump into some gameplay here and have an excellent time. I'm thinking Standoff here, because Standoff is just such a good map in this game. If you haven't seen the map guide, make sure you do go check it out here. Alrighty, so the AK-47 on Standoff is an absolute classic combat. Just wreck my intro, dude. That's fine. You do whatever you want. Standoff makes me happy, man. Standoff is good. Standoff makes me feel good things, and that's just how it goes, man. Like, it's just a classic Call of Duty map. If you've not tried it yet, oi, calm down. Yeah, if you've not tried it yet, jump into the playlist and just mess around in this thing, because there's a lot of good features about this map. It just plays so consistently. You get into gunfights all the time, and they pretty much always feel good. Like, it's just it's hard to... Oh, man, give me a break. He did follow me. He did follow me. It's kind of a little bit difficult to describe why this map is so good, but you just sort of have to play it to work out. Like, it just feels nice. It just feels right. There's something about it that just feels good. Wait. What's that guy up to? Woohoo! I feel like we should wait. Oh, are you kidding? Man, we're getting outplayed here. We're getting outplayed by all the boys. It takes a little while to learn some of the spots that people are going to be sitting in each specific game, because there is so many spots that people can sit in. They're going to sit in a little bit of different spots pretty much every time. Take that out. There's got to be a guy here, right? And each individual spot, what is that guy up to that you can sit in, also depends on how your game is going to go. Like, sometimes you'll get a game where people are constantly rushing towards you, playing very, very quickly up in your face all the time. And other times on this map, you get situations where there's lots of long-range combat, lots of snipers sitting around, and it can be a little bit more difficult. And I think that's probably one of the reasons why this map is so good. It's just considered an absolute fan favorite, because pretty much everything is viable here. Like, you can rush around with your SMG, your shotgun, you want to get in that building there, you want to take some people out nice and close with a shotgun, absolutely fine. They're going to do a great job with that. You want to get up and long distances, you want to sit in the sniper towers and sit up back up there and shoot people across the courtyard, absolutely, that works too. You can just do whatever you want on this map, and I think that's one of the reasons why it is so good. I think it's just a big old tank here. You jump up on the barrel, jump across this little catwalk here. I love it. I love it. Then you can run all the way back through here, man. Just, such a good run out. Again, you will constantly run into people. The timings on this map work in such a way where you will basically be running down a corridor and then you will run into someone about halfway down that corridor, and that's just how it works. That's just the way it goes. That is just what happens on this map, like that. We're trying to hit a big flank around the outside and there's a guy halfway. That's just how it goes. Yeah, I got that guy. Got that guy who was just sitting on a barrel. And you will find a lot of that combat here. A lot of people do just sit on those head glitches and wait for you. That is... Okay. Can we? No. I'm going to leave. That was not a good situation to be in. There was always going to be two boys looking at us if we did push either way there, so... Kind of just want to wait for a little... that was good. A little bit of a struggle, but it's okay. It's good here. Just to be good on... No? Nah, we gotta go. I'm out of here. See ya. Good luck with that. No, that's it. Bruh. Come on. I know you're there. I knew it. I knew it, man. I knew it. The timing on that was a little unfortunate as I just got there, but it is what it is. You can't be too upset about that. That's what happens a lot of the time. I also distinctly remember very, very good S&D games on this map. Like, very, very good S&D. I knew he was going to sneak up on us, but I had to worry about the guy in the middle. It was messy. And this looks like it's going to be one of those games where we don't do so well, so you get a good idea of what sort of we're up against usually. Sometimes we have good games, sometimes we have bad games, and I feel like it's a little disingenuous to show you guys the good games. So having some bad games is always good as well. And I mean, we're not doing too badly here. We're still 12-6, which is still quite good. Okay, we're going. Loadout pistols here. Is he... I think he might actually be following us. Yeah, he was. Lucky guess, lucky guess. There's always somebody sitting up in that balcony there. There's always somebody sitting up there. You can play this map as many times as you like, and you will always see somebody up there. That is just how it goes. And we are back in the game. Of course, this isn't going amazingly well, but you can see that sometimes we get bad games too. As I said, it's important to show that off as well. Even if you have played this map before, it's still going to take a little bit of getting used to. I don't know what that is about. Like, you just have to do a little bit of getting used to it here, because it is... That guy jumped out of the air and he lagged, so I actually couldn't shoot him. That's good. I appreciate that, game. Thank you very much for that. Always going to be somebody up in here, I'm pretty sure. Pretty confident of that. Nobody here? Okay. That's fine. We'll keep on our way. No! Come on, bro. Get into the game. We got to get going here. That is bad. I'm not playing particularly well, but it's not going the absolute worst it could be. I'm still killing that guy there. We just got to keep working here. It'll take a little bit of getting used to. I don't know. The map feels like fantastic as it always has, but it's just it's a little different to how I remember it. And what are we looking at? Where did he go? No. Well, there was a guy just there. Just sit on here. Just wait. Give me a second. Jump up here. That was nice. That was nice. That was nice little play on that guy. He is going. No. The timing again. He was following us. Oh. Just gonna be one of those COD timing games. Just one of those COD timings. Happens all the time. Always happens to me though. Now we gotta go. I knew it. There's a guy up the top. You got my AK? That's very rude, sir. Very rude indeed. Nope. It's a little interesting here. This is a tough push. We gotta go this way, I think. If we run into somebody around here, fair enough. We should be able to win a gunfight. I don't think there's gonna be anybody back here. I like this push because it's a little bit of a flank. There's actually a guy up the top as well. So let's go take him out. Jump through the window. Where is he? Yep, there he is there. Ooh, a couple of boys actually back there. Go check the left first. A little sneaky on that guy. A little sneaky one on that guy. That was good. There's an aerial kill streak going on right now. I don't appreciate that too much. It's very loud. I would expect somebody to try and come into this building. Where are we looking? Maybe not. Oh, what? We lost? Oh, man, are you kidding? The time just ran out. Didn't even get... Okay. We didn't even get to 200. The timer just ran out. Okay. We are going to have our final thoughts on this particular class setup in just a second here. We did not play very well there, but this class setup still absolutely shreds. It is as good as it was before, if not even better, thanks to the more recent bullet velocity buff that this thing received for some reason. So as we saw there, guys, the AK-47 is definitely one of the best guns in the game right now. I don't know why they thought to buff it. Like, this has to be reined back in my imagination. Like, you just can't have something be like this. It's just a 300 millisecond time to kill with insanely good bullet velocity out to about 70 meters or so, or about 34 meters depending on how you do want to pick your barrel. But again, this is a really, really good weapon in this game. Make sure you do try out this AK-47 class. It absolutely shreds. So thank you very much for watching this one. I do massively appreciate it, of course. Make sure you do hit that subscribe button with those notifications turned on, and I will, of course, see you in the next video. Bye!